Good evening, guys. Bear with me with the mess and that lot. I thought I'd come on, and some people have been asking me if I could do some tips about buying from charity shops, as I do buy a lot of my clothes from charity shops. I'll buy a few things to sell on. I buy presents. I think a lot of our stuff for the home has been from there, like furniture and stuff. So a few of my subscribers have just asked me to say, like, to do kind of a few kind of tips to buy in from charity shops. So I'm just gonna let you know a few things that I do and think about and stuff when I go to charity shops. So the biggest thing is, please remember, everything from a charity shop is dirty. Personally, when I donate to a charity shop, like clothes wise, I will always wash and dry the item beforehand, and I donate it washed and dried. If there is a stain on it and I can't get the stain out, then it goes in the clothes bin rather than to an actual charity shop to sell. But please remember that a lot of people don't do this, so everything you buy in a charity shop clothes wise, just think it's dirty. So, you know, you are going to find some things that are really good. You're going to go in and it's pristine clean, and you still want to wash it before you get home. But always remember as well, like, if you go in and you see a top that you like and it might have got like a little mark on it, have a look at the mark and just kind of see if you think it's something that would come out in the wash. Sometimes I'll pick up tops and they'll have a little mark on them, and I'll think, do you know what, if the top's a quid or something, it's worth taking the chance on, because if I can get it out with some vanish when I get home, all well and good. And if it doesn't come out, I've not lost a lot. So yeah, always remember that it's dirty. So little marks and that lot might be worth just kind of still contemplating. Same as if you went to a car boot sale, even though at car boot sale you presume that all the clothes is clean, again, it could have been stored for a little while, stuff like that. So always just pay attention to those little things. I always tend to look in at all the sizes. So say I'm looking for t-shirts, I won't just automatically go to my size. I'll tend to go for like a size up and a size down as well, and just look through those, because you'll find that a lot of charity shops, they don't really pay attention to the sizes that much, unless it's clearly written on them. Or people pick up something when they're looking and they'll put it back like one size up or one size down. So I tend to look in most of the sizes as well. Also, find shopping and sometimes in the unisex bit. So if you're looking for t-shirts, maybe look in the males t-shirts, because most t-shirts are unisex. You know, there could be like band t-shirts or just general t-shirts. Maybe you want to DIY a t-shirt. Yeah, so always look in the men's section as well. There's a lot of men's things that women can wear, and they can really work them and they can make them look really good. So it's always worth looking in the men's section as well, even if you're just looking for yourself. It's always worth looking at things like, if you pick up something and you're like, I'm not too sure about that colour, or not too sure about that fit, or that kind of thing, or style, stuff like that. If you don't want to try it on in the shop, it's always worth, if it's cheap enough and you've got the money to kind of take a chance on it, then it's worth kind of doing, because you never know, that style, when you get home and you've washed it and you've tried it, you know, it might really suit you, or that colour might really suit you, that kind of thing. And I've done that a few times, especially with the cancer research charity shop that I go in, that is the pound charity shop as I call it, because everything is a pound or under. Sometimes there'll be tops or jackets or trousers or stuff that I'll pick up and I'm like, I'm not too sure about that, I kind of like it, think about it alike. And at a pound, you know, I'm going to get it and I'm going to try it, and if I take it home and I go, nah, it's not really my fit or not really my colour or whatever, I've not lost a lot. I can sell it on, I can donate it again, I've not lost a lot. But it's good to kind of get yourself out of your normal out of your like safe haven. It's worth it if it's cheap enough to kind of try these new sizes, try these new styles, colours, that kind of thing. Also, I tend to go in with a kind of rough idea of what I want to pay for stuff. So I never pay what I don't feel happy paying. So if I find, like, I don't know, like maybe if you find a Primark top, like a Primark t-shirt, and you know it's £2.50 brand new in the shop, and you've seen it, and you're like, yeah, it's quite nice, but it's like £1.99 or £1.50. Personally, I'd look at it and be like, well, it's £2.50 brand new and they want £1.50 for it. I'm only saving £1. Unless it was a top I'd really love, I probably would just go and buy it brand new. Purely for the fact of, at least then you know it's brand new. You don't have to go and wash it first time if you don't want to wash it, that kind of thing. You know, you can guarantee it's not shrunk in the wash and stuff like that. So always kind of go with a rough idea of what you want to pay in your head. So if you go, oh, I really want to get a, I don't know, like a denim jacket. Say you kind of want to go, you want to buy a second-hand one, you want to go anywhere kind of up to about £8 or something. Give yourself a rough idea in your head of what you want to spend on certain items. It's always worth taking your time to have a good look around each charity shop. There's sometimes really hidden gems. We've got quite a few charity shops in our main area. We've got Save the Children, which is one of my favourites. The Pound charity shop, which is a cancer research. Across the road from that, there is a British Heart Foundation. That's all the furniture. There is a Bernardo's, but I don't tend to go in Bernardo's often because it's up the hill. It's kind of out the way. There is a Life charity shop, which is kind of hit or miss again. There's another two British Heart Foundations, but again, I seem to find that some of them are very expensive. I don't go in Oxfam because they are very expensive for what they are. There's a Lighthouse, which I do go in, a Cats Protection, which I do go in, a Padley, which I don't go in that often because it's kind of off the beaten track. There is a PDSA, which I don't go in because they are really overpriced in our area. There is I'm trying to think as you would walk around the town. There's another cancer research one, which is other clothes. So some things under £1, things over. There's a bric-a-brac and stuff like that in there as well. But I don't particularly like that one either. So there's quite a few in our town. But I tend to go to the two that I really like. And if I do really want to go on a charity shop hunt, I will go around the other ones. But I don't tend to go to Bernardo's that much. But it's always worth having a good route around. When we do go to... We go to another little shopping centre called Park Farm, and there's about 4 or 5 there. We always have a look in them. If we go somewhere else and we see a charity shop, we'll always pop in and have a look round. Another idea is always go with a rough idea of what you're looking for. So if you're going out and you're like, right, I'm going to primarily look for kind of tops and trousers for myself or a new bag, that kind of thing. Go with a rough idea of what you're looking for, but don't go with blinkers on, if that makes sense. So don't primarily just go in, go straight to the tops, have a look through the tops, can't find anything you want or whatever, and get out. You know, it's worth having a little look around the shop as well, because you never know, you might not be looking for a handbag, but you might find a handbag at a really good deal or something you really love, that kind of thing. Always check the tag. It's something I always do. Sometimes the size that's on the hanger may not be the size that the item is, but what I mean by checking the tag is I check to see what the item is made of. That will help you give an idea of if the item's going to shrink in the wash, stuff like that. I mean, with my Fibro, I have found that I call them heat sweats. So 1 minute I can be cool and I can be quite happy, and the next minute I am sweating buckets and I am boiling hot, and I'm like, so when I'm now picking up t-shirts and stuff for myself, I tend to look for something that's viscose or cotton or linen, that kind of thing, because they are very lightweight, they are cool. So when I have my heat things, they're going to keep me cool anyway. So I always have a look to see what it's made of. There was a lovely top in the Pound charity shop the other day, and it was completely linen from Next. I showed it to my mum and she was like, I don't really think that's going to suit you. And Matt didn't particularly like it. But I'm tempted that if it's in there when I go in on Tuesday, I may pick it up anyway, because it is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it might be one of those things that when you actually try it on, it looks completely different, and for £1 it's worth a try, so I might get it if it's still in there. I'm trying to think of other things. Don't be afraid to try different sizes as well. Like, you know your size, but you know you can go into Primark and say maybe you're a size 12, but you could go into Primark and a size 12 would fit you perfectly in one thing, but it wouldn't fit you in another. You could go into River Island and a size 12 wouldn't fit you or be too big. So always look at different sizes, and don't be afraid to try different sizes up or down, because different cuts do different sizes, different shops, sometimes a bigger cut, sometimes a smaller cut, that kind of thing. You know, always give it a try. Another thing I always find is don't be discouraged if you see something you like but you're like, oh, I don't think other people will like it. At the end of the day, I look at the clothes that I get as, if I like it and I think I'm going to feel comfortable in it, I will buy it. And I think of it as, if I saw this in Primark or New Look or whatever, and I saw this, you know, would I pick it up in that kind of shop? And if it's a yes, it's probably worth picking up. If it's something that you want to give a try because it's a different colour than you normally wear or cut, think it's worth a try. But don't think that just because somebody else might not like it, it might not be worth you picking up. If you like it, sod what everyone else thinks and just get it if you like it and you can afford it. It really, really works out better to do it that way. And again, like I say, check a label for the company. Some charity shops are brilliant, and you know, they know what Primark label is, and they know roughly that maybe a t-shirt is £2.50, so they may price it as £1, 50p, that kind of thing, which makes it a bargain. But other ones don't know what Primark and that lot is, so they might label something from Primark for like £2, £2.50 when it's £2.50 brand new. So always keep in mind to look at the brand and look to see the price. If, like, this is why I don't go in Oxfam. I found Oxfam, it's not all Oxfams, it's the one here. I went in Oxfam, the last time I went in Oxfam, they had a Marks and Spencer's dress that was brand new with tags. The original tag said £40 on it, and it still had original tags on it, and they were asking £30. Now, okay, you're saving £10 on it, but it's like, yeah, you're pretty much paying brand new for it. And they had like Primark stuff in there, and at the time when I went in, they had a Primark shirt, and I just looked at it in Primark, and it was £8 in Primark, and they were asking £6.99 for it. Now I'm like, for an extra £1 I could go and buy it brand new. So it's always worth looking at the brand and then having a look at the price and seeing if it's worth that kind of price. I also find that things that I get from charity shops that are worth getting kind of cheaper is stocking fillers, kids' toys, hamper fillers, you know, that kind of thing, just because they all kind of add up and it's worth kind of getting little bits and that lot if you see them. Like, the kids grow out of the toys so fast, and if you buy a toy brand new, you're going to be chucking away the packaging anyway, so you're saving yourself the hassle of doing that. So I tend to buy most of Libby's toys second hand, whether it be through selling sites, charity shops, car boots, that kind of thing, because she just grows so damn fast and she goes through toys, so it makes no sense. A lot of her clothes are second hand as well. I mean, I've bought her a few bits from Primark and Pep & Co because they're cheap and cheerful, but a lot of her clothes are second hand because she is just going through growth spurts like crazy. So she grows out stuff so fast. And something I have been picking up a lot of at the moment is when I've been going through the charity shops and I've been seeing good school trousers or the pinafore dresses or the skirts, I've been picking them up in the black or the grey, because that is pretty much a staple of most schools. that they have either black trousers or black skirts or black or grey pinafores, that kind of thing. And if I can save money on them by getting them for like 50p, 75p each, that kind of thing, then when she goes to school, if I've got to buy the proper school blazer and stuff, at least I'll have saved money on the other stuff. So with the pinafores, I'll probably be looking out for some little polo shirts to go underneath it, because I don't think the school would expect them to have a school logo on the polo shirts if you can't see it under the pinafore dress. But definitely for school black or grey trousers, school black or grey short skirts, and black or grey pinafore dresses. I've been getting those for Libby in a few sizes bigger because she will need them for school. Like I say, they're going to save me money in the long run. So that's just a few little things I do when I go charity shopping. I'm attempting to go on Tuesday. I've got to be up and out very early because Monday we've got nursery and I've got a meeting, and then Tuesday I need to nip to the post office, which opens at 9 o'clock and the Pound charity shop is just across the road from it. So I would like to go to the post office and pop across to Pound charity shop, so I'll see if I can film anything. I'm going to try and pop across into Save the Children because I haven't been in there for a couple of weeks. And I may pop into Poundland. So I'll let you know if I pick up anything, guys, and hopefully we're doing a car boot sale soon, so that'll be interesting. So I'll try and film if I can when we go around in the like afterwards, see if I pick up anything, and I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.